Let's go and join Simon, who's talking about broadband speeds even faster than they are now.
Yeah, that's right. They've been getting faster gradually over time. And this morning, Virgin Media launched a new service which gives you up to 50 megabits, which is the fastest we've seen so far. But many people are still not getting what they pay for, or certainly what they're hoping for. In a BBC Commission report, we've seen that the speeds have only come up marginally over the last year, and that many people are still not narrowing the gap of what they're actually advertised at. For example, you'll see adverts saying up to 8 megabits, and in fact, you get closer to 3. So why is that still happening? And what can you do to try and improve your service? So I can speak now to Charlie Ponsonby, who's from Simplifydigital. Morning, Charlie. First of all, why are we getting less than it's advertised? Why are we getting so much less than the headline number?
Yeah, the BBC numbers, as I understand it, say that the average at the moment is about 3.6 meg. And I think probably the average service that people are subscribing to would be between about 2 and 8 meg. So they're not getting what they pay for in essence. And that's two things. That's one, the distance from the exchange that they live. The further away you live from the exchange, the slower speed you'll get. And the other thing is something called contention, which is the more people are on the internet at the same time as you, slow things down.
So if you want to go faster, you go at not peak times, presumably, or in the morning and first thing when people get home from work?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the best thing probably to do, but that's not absolutely convenient for everybody, I guess.
Now, there's still big regional differences. Why is that? For example, you know, the average speed in London is faster than that in Northern Ireland. What's going on there?
Well, I think that's a difficult one to call. I think, in part, that's to do with what people have signed up for in the first place. So in London, I suspect people have signed up for faster packages. But also it will be to do with how far, how rural the area is, because if you live further away from the exchange on average...
So rural areas, you're more likely to
get a slower speed, so that's probably what reflects the difference between London and Northern Ireland.
So we're getting faster, but we're still way behind some countries.
Yeah, we're at 3.6, is it, meg? It's still an awful lot faster than we were. If you remember, sort of 6 years ago on dial-up, we were only on 56 kilobits. So we're about 60 times faster than that.
Right.
But still, yeah, we're about the same, I think, as France and Germany. A little bit slower than the States, who are about 8 meg on average, but far slower than South Korea or Japan. So South Korea averages about 43 meg and Japan about 90.
And very quickly, there are some websites where you can go on and check how much you're actually getting, see whether you're paying.
There absolutely are, and that's what we would thoroughly recommend, is that go and talk to an impartial expert before you take the plunge. And there are websites such as ours where you can check exactly the availability in your area, so what suppliers are available in your area and what sort of speed you're going to get before you take the plunge.
OK, well, make sure you get what you're paying for. Thanks very much indeed, Charlie. Very, very quickly.